My custody is coming to an end on December 2nd. You can't have a mental breakdown every day leading up to it. I'm trying to be sympathetic, I'm trying to be understanding of your mental health and all that, but the way you're acting, you think this proves that you shouldn't be around your grandson. You think my ex-wife wants you around her son like this? I don't think I have to remind you that you're one of the reasons I'm like this. You think I was like this before you were born? I don't know what you want me to say. There's nothing that can change. The hearing is set. The date is set. I'm giving up custody. It's done. You have to find a way to sleep with this, to reconcile with this, because it's happening. You can stand there and threaten all you want, but it's not going to change anything. If you're not going to fix this situation with me seeing my grandson, it's already been way too long that I've been prohibited from seeing him. I'm not going the rest of my life like this. You had me move in, you said things were going to be copacetic, you said I was here to support you while I'm here, and this is what you're pulling. This shouldn't be my responsibility anymore. I'm 34 years old. I'm calling the police. By the time they get here, it'll be way too late. Because you're not stopping me. Mom, what does this accomplish? Whatever you're threatening to do, hypothetically you do it, right? What's that accomplish when Junior gets older and he can't have his grandma because she did this? You know, forget the custody stuff. Years from now, when he tells his wife or whatever, I want to meet my grandmother. You did this. So what does this accomplish? You giving up custody, he's never going to know me. He's not going to reach out to me when he's older. I'm not going to be a part of his life. Alright, think about it this way. If you survive whatever you're threatening to do right now, you survive it, you're going to be in a clinic for the rest of your life. You're going to be institutionalized. You were worrying about Nanny Agatha having a conservatorship over you, and now you're free of that, but you do this? Who knows who's going to have a conservatorship over you at this point? I'm practically begging you. Just keep the supervised visits at least. Twice a month. Just find a way to throw this all out and keep the supervised visits. What the f***? You see this? You see I move in and you see what she's doing? She's guilting me. She's trying to get me to go to the court and change things. I can't even change things at this point. Other reason that she's like this. Do you know the effect that you have on her mental health as a son? It's her precious boyfriend. No disrespect, but as her precious boyfriend who's supposed to be her lifeline, her savior, her big white knight in shining armor, you're gonna let her do this? You're siding with her? You're encouraging this? You're being an enabler. That's what you're doing. She ain't gonna. I will. There's nothing to go on for at this point. Oh, I resent that, Ma. I'm your son. How many times we gotta have the same argument? Well, like, you got nothing to live for. I'm here, dude. Pay attention to me for once. And you have me. Oh, great. Thanksgiving with my crazy boyfriend and my more than messed up son. Man, you know, if I'm such a failure and I'm nothing to you, then go fix your relationship with your estranged daughter. Make her go have a kid for you, and then you can have a brand new grandkid and start fresh that way. Because I can't, I'm not a negotiator, a hostage negotiator, man. I can't keep doing this. I moved in for an easier life. I want to break up. I don't know where this is coming from. You and me get along, we make each other laugh, we enjoy the same Broadway shows. I'm being blindsided. Look, I care about you very deeply and you've brought me a lot of joy being with you, but I just have it in my heart that you're like, you might be the father of my nephew. And that kills me, and that destroys a big illusion that I have around you, and I just can't do it anymore, and I can't do the relationship thing to begin with. I already told you I'm not ever taking a paternity test, so we will never know if he's my kid, and I want a life with you. That's all I want. I have everything else. You make me happy. I'm not trying to hurt you in any way by breaking up with you, but this, well, you did. I gave you the world. I was gold to you. I'm really sorry. It's not my intent. And like I said, I was happy with you. It's just more me and the circumstances and just who I am. You could have had everything that you've ever wanted. You know how wealthy I am. You would have never had to work again. You know, I don't do anything for money, nor do I care about money. You know, your inability to get close to people, to have relationships, to open up. You're like a pistachio that just won't crack. And you're gonna die alone, Gabby. I have me. I'm never alone. You know how I was gonna give your ex-boyfriend Charlie equity in my businesses so he can run them while I was a stay-at-home dad? Well, he backed out. Oh no, why? I didn't see this one coming. It wasn't on my bingo card, but apparently your former sister-in-law, which is someone that I would expect to date your ex-boyfriend, but she's not anymore because she broke up with him. Oh, kind of saw that coming. So I know you didn't want your ex-husband to take a paternity test with your ex-boyfriend to see who Junior's dad was, but now that's out of the question completely because it seems like he's pissed off at everyone, including me. Well, like you just said, I'm not interested in any of the paternity test stuff anymore. So that's probably for the best. I know you disagree, but I'm done with that. He was my best bet to run my business and let me be a stay-at-home dad, but now with him out, I don't want my uncle to do it. So I don't know what to do. Well, can we please just consider getting a nanny? Like, I've priced them and it's not that bad. I hate that I have to keep elaborating on this, but I don't want a nanny watching my daughter. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of being at work and then coming home and there's a massacre or something. Things happen. I guess I've watched too many Datelines or too many news stories, but I just don't trust anyone with my kid. Even daycares. There's something about putting my kid in a regular school that makes me happy, but daycare, nanny, I don't know. Can I just say, you know, we're in 2024. This isn't the 1900s where you leave the house and you have to wonder things. We can get plenty of cameras. You saw how many nanny cams I installed already. Cameras, like, yeah, that's fine if I worked down the block, but what's a camera gonna do? I'm gonna watch the nanny all day and then when she decides to off our kid, how am I gonna get home in time? Well, Brian, at some point, I know you want to be super dad and super hubby, but you can't do everything. No parent can do everything. That's how people get sick. The only thing I can think of is to be the boss from home and somehow run my businesses from home. You know, call orders from the couch with Charlotte. Logistically, that's going to be tough. Don't you think that's just a tad bit hypocritical? You got mad at me the other night for doing work on my computer, and you're gonna work from home while being a stay-at-home dad? That's not fair. Miranda, you said it yourself when we were arguing. Our jobs are different, okay? You do your creative stuff, I do my blue-collar work. It's not the same thing. So, your plan is to be a stay-at-home dad, even though you've had it a little rough, and I do take back what I said about you not doing good, but still it was a little rough. And you're gonna work on top of that and run businesses. I can try. No harm in trying. I know you have a busy life, but since I'm free tonight, do you want to go out, hang out or something? I would love to, but right now, I don't know what Brian would say to that, given just how we're keeping track of each other in terms of work, and I don't know. I'm not trying to go against Brian, but you do work hard during the week. You should be allowed to, you know, hang out every now and then. Yeah, but we're at odds right now with working and taking care of the kids, so the last thing I want to do right now is go hang out, I guess. I know that sounds bad, but I don't know. Well, I guess I won't get involved with that. I just hope he's not controlling or anything. Anyway, I'm sorry about Charlie. And I'm sorry that you'll never get a chance to, like, do the whole paternity test thing. No, he was pretty upset. Well, I told this to Brian. I didn't want anyone to take any more paternity tests anyway, so I don't care about that. Do you not want to take one because, like, you want Junior to have Joey as his father, or like you just like comfortable with that? It's just, I have my life established with Brian. I have my job. I don't want to open up the can of worms that Junior may have another dad after feeling like I closed the chapter on Joey. Why open another chapter with someone else, you know? Can I call you back? I'm getting a call. Who is it? It's my mother.